A handful of schools in the region were still closed today as the winter weather loosened its grip at last. It meant that GCSE, AS and A-level exams were able to go ahead as planned.
Last week, about 500,000 children in the East missed out on school on at least one day. But was that the right decision? Our chief reporter Kim Riley is at a village school in Suffolk. Kim.
Yes, we're at Mellis Primary, a couple of miles from Eye. This is a rural school with a pretty impressive record. In 19 years, it hasn't lost a single day through adverse weather. So while those lots of signs going up all over the place last week saying school closed, it was business as usual here. We'll talk to the head teacher in a moment, and indeed we'll hear some of your views on the issue. But first, a couple of schools down in Clacton in Essex stayed closed today. Gareth George went along to find out why.
Snow clearing duty at Burrsville Infants, and even the head was wielding a shovel.
The situation at the moment is that we're unable to open the school because of the condition of the road outside the school and the pathways. It would be dangerous. In normal conditions it's very dangerous coming and parking on that road and children being dropped off before school. So we felt that it would really be a dangerous situation.
Burrsville Infants and Great Clacton Junior School next door were both closed, and the school's neighbours were struggling too.
I think anywhere that are near schools, they should make them priority to grit. Then at least parents can actually get their children into school.
I would have thought they would have been open today. All the other schools in the area are open, so they are pretty much the only ones that aren't open.
And the schools may still be icebound tomorrow. Essex County Council says its gritters must concentrate on major routes. Gareth George, BBC Look East.
Well, we've come into the music room now. Take a look at these pictures behind me. This is the scene in the school field last Thursday and Friday. Very much, as we say, fun in the sun. I was going to say fun in the sun, fun in the snow. Let's talk to Richard Cattermole. He's been the head here for 19 years. Your motto seems to be, we never close.
Absolutely. Yes, I think we do very, very strongly feel that when children come to school, they come here to overcome obstacles. And we encourage them to do that. And it then seems very odd that when we have some snow, it's too risky to come to school. So we think slightly differently on this one. And so the children go out with a bit of a spirit of adventure, and they get involved in snowball fights, we build igloos, we build snowmen, and we even have slides as well. And the uptake last Thursday and Friday was tremendous. We had 85% of the children in last Thursday, and practically everybody was in on the Friday, and staff managed to get through, even though some of them are coming 20, 25 miles each day.
Which proves it can be done.
It can be. I think it very often is where there's a will, there's a way, and I mentioned it before. A bit of adventure is good for everybody, I think.
And you're not terrified of those words, health and safety?
Well, one has to consider health and safety, but I think we take sort of measured risks, and what's really good is the parents are behind us over all that. They're really thrilled their children are taking part in all those wonderful snow activities we remember as children.
Richard, thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure.
Well, a lot of you actually emailed into us and phoned us and said how angry you were about all the schools that did close last week. Let's give you a flavour. Eileen Crockett, she says her husband, who's nearly 60, drives 140 miles to and from work a day. She can't understand why schools shut because staff can't get to work. She has one word for them: wimps. Raymond Silk finds it ironic that parents can face prosecution for taking children out of school for a holiday, an unagreed holiday, yet teachers can be absent for nothing more serious than a little bit of snow. Professional? I don't think so, he says. But a head teacher who asked us not to mention his name or indeed his local authority says he had 3 horrendous days with a school closed because of the ridiculous health and safety legislation in this country. What was I supposed to do, he says? Risk the safety of pupils and be sued by a litigious parent? Regrettably, there are many of them around, he adds. Petra Norris, now she says that she's incensed at the ridiculous comments aimed at teachers. She says most are dedicated and professional. And last word from Jeanette Langridge, who's 78. She was at school in Essex when the last war broke out. She tells us if we lived up to 1 mile away from school, we had to walk. Over a mile, we could use a bicycle. Over 3 miles, we were allowed to stay for school dinners. No matter what the weather, no school closed. And she says that she cringes at what happens these days. Her view, pathetic. Well, there are many comments on both sides. People speaking up for the teachers who really tried to do their best, and people saying there's too much of this political correctness and health and safety. So thanks for all your comments. Back to you.
Very interesting. Thank you, Kim.
Well, a week today, BBC East will be launching a new football programme. It's called Late Kick-Off.
It's going out at 11:35 in the evening, and it will be presented by the former Ipswich Town player Matt Holland. Today, Mike Liggins went to watch Matt and the team rehearsing.
New titles for a new programme with a new presenter. Former Ipswich Town favourite Matt Holland.
Here's Holland, makes a chance, still Holland!
Fair enough, he knows his football.
Oh yes, it's Matt Holland!
But how much does he know about TV?
It's something I've sort of fallen into, if you like. I guess towards the end of my career I did more and more in the media. I got a phone call sort of mid-November asking if I'd be interested in presenting a show, which was a little bit different. One at first I thought, a bit out of my comfort zone, but you know, something I'm now looking forward to.
Our biggest challenge is the fact that by Monday night, most fans have seen the goals, all the goals in all the colours. So we've got to offer up something different, some added value. And we're going to do that by getting behind the scenes, getting to know more about the personalities and the people that make the game tick.
In its promotional material, many of the region's big football names are getting behind the new show.
Good old television.
Football is that important, and it's great to see the BBC responding to that need.
It's brilliant for the region. Every club, no matter what division they're in, look forward to it.
Late Kick-Off starts next Monday at 11:35 on BBC One. Mike Liggins, BBC Look East.
Now, you see, I look forward to that, Matt Holland. Nice to see him on our TV, isn't it?
Very nice to see him. Now, we need to know, is it really over?
Well, I have to say thank you to everyone who sent in yet more photographs of the snow and the cold weather over the weekend. Now, sadly, I can't use them all, but I thought I'd show you a couple. This one was snapped by Harry Hubbard at Southend yesterday. You can see snow on the ground there against a very dramatic grey sky. And this little chap, well, he looks like he's been in a snowball fight, and he's actually just scooped up his next snowball. He actually wandered into Peter's garden over the weekend. He's in Layer de la Haye in Essex. So, again, thank you to everyone who sent in photographs, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to show a few more. Now, snow.